Human and ghost. What an unlikely pair. One bound to the decaying flesh, the other bound to him by an oath to a bloodline. What do you seek in the gatekeeper's domain?
We seek passage to the deep realms.
We have unfinished business with a certain faceless Tsar.
Immortals can pass through the gate for a gift. Mortals have to prove themselves in a trial of combat.
Do I have to fight you to get to the other side?
An interesting thought, but you can't fight me. You have to face my champion. Simply submit to his might. Just die, and you can pass.
I think he prefers a more violent solution. What was that part about immortals and gifts?
I'm too close to my prey. Let's do this.
Turn back, mortal. You will find nothing here but suffering and death.
Your concern for my immortal well-being is deeply touching.
But you don't have to worry. You belong here with us. We used to be wanderers of the ink, explorers of unearthly provinces, until we stumbled upon this battlefield where heroes fought the rebellious titans eons ago. And it was to be the death of us.
It's a fascinating and heartbreaking tale. But why should I turn back?
Because this place will be the death of you as well. The Shrine of Lamentation is the gateway to the tower, where an imprisoned titan still squirms in agony. And no mortal can survive the presence of a titan without the necessary protection.
I'm sorry, but what with the plural? Are you referring to yourself? Oh, I see. I would have preferred a group of imaginary friends.
Listen to me. The Titan Slayers were mortal giants, but they came to the depth of the ink protected by amulets. One of those relics, the Aegis, is still somewhere here. It's useless to us, but mortals can use it to restore life.
I can see where this is going. Can you tell me where this Aegis is?
Promise me that you will use the Aegis to change us back into mortals. To make sure you keep your word. We'll keep the gate to the tower closed until you do that.
You seem to have serious trust issues. But what other choice do I have? You have my word.
see these things again.
It must be a cruel joke of the tormentors. What the hell is a mortal doing here?
Just passing through to pay a visit to a friend.
Before your inevitable death, you could do us a service.
Really?
As you may know, this place was built eons ago to imprison the Titans. One is still alive and suffering in the nether regions. You see those spikes?
With the huge chunks of meat pinned to them.
The tormentors harvest the flesh of the Titan every few centuries to keep him weak, and it's displayed here to make us suffer. We can't die, but remain starving, as the meat is protected by a curse.
Are you offering me the honorable task of collecting Titan flesh?
Only mortals can touch it. Another sadistic jest by the tormentors.
So much evil would make even my father stand in awe.
We want to smuggle some flesh back to the Titan, to make her stronger, so we can try to break out of this prison before the next harvest. If she makes it, we'll make it too.
I want to get to the root of this macabre tale. What's next?
Kill the tormentors, and obtain a meat cleaver to cut chunks of flesh from the spikes, then throw the chunks into the feeders. We will arrange the rest.
See my bloodthirsty aunt here, but it still can be worse than suffering through her Saturday tea parties.
Professor Fulmigati. If this is hell, then this must be the circle for mad scientists.
The spoils are on the way to the Titan. You managed to pull off the impossible, traveler.
Don't even try to pretend that you helped yourself to some.
It was a feast after centuries of suffering, with a good chance to also make the original proprietor of the goods happy.
Wait for a second, Van Helsing. Ever thought about having a bite?
Of Titan flesh?
It's said to have extremely potent, everlasting effects.
Everlasting like death? Are you trying to get me killed?
Look into my eyes, dear. and tell me you are not intrigued.
Some of us only live once. I'll taste it.
Why did we come here? Why should we suffer so long?
Not enough space.
There is a very small plaque with an inscription. It says Masterwork. Titan-slaying paraphernalia from Kratos and Co.
Welcome, my dear Van Helsing. I'm so glad that we meet again. I have been watching your progress with great satisfaction.
Really? And here I was thinking that you were hiding and scheming, trying to destroy my world from a safe distance and sending your minions to do your dirty work.
That might be true, yes. But I still regard you as someone worthy of my attention. I truly admire you. You are free to leave.
You can't be serious. It's a trick.
Such rage. Maybe my little minions will satisfy your lust for battle.
We've received news that trouble is brewing at the Empyrean perimeter. Your assistance is needed.
Shall I take the men to fight science with science?
Time to teach him a lesson.
The Cult of Seven tore a wound in the fabric of the ink and created another ink rift, similar to the one we've dealt with before. This one is much bigger, and it opens into a realm of much more dangerous creatures.
Great. Tell me we weren't caught by surprise again.
Not this time. We've already moved some traps from our outposts to the Empyrean perimeter, and we're able to install them near the rift in time. All we need is someone to operate them.
Good. I'll take care of it.
returned from a successful hunt. Return to the lair to receive the spoils of the hunt.
sense a disturbance in the ink. A gate has opened around here.
What's the situation with the second ink rift at the Empyrean perimeter?
Another victory, Commander. But I don't have time for the details. I must get back to my quest.
Time to teach him a lesson.
We had such a nice synergy, Van Helsing. You coming to Bogovia, defeating Fulmagati and setting me free. Although unintentionally. Me helping you defeat a military genius.
You forgot to mention that you used me to get your hands on Koshai's death.
See, our roles in this world complement each other nicely.
If you don't mind, I'd like to fulfill my role and destroy you now. Nicely.
Don't go any farther. This place is hell.
You don't say.
Listen to me, you fools. Beyond the shrine of lamentation, the tower of torment rises to the empty sky. The cage of the fallen titans harbors an ancient secret.
That sounds promising.
At the base of the tower, there is a gaping hole. A wound that opens into the void cathedral, where the faceless Tsar gnaws hungrily in his chambers. Beyond time, amidst the unholy piping of a cursed flute.
I think we got it. Thank you.
Run! Run away while you still can!
I know you only want to help, but you just gave me the directions I needed. Thank you. I have the amulet we all need. What next?
I knew we could trust you. Grab the relic and say it aloud. What Titans took, I will return. Be whole again.
Wait a second. Could this relic return me to my mortal body?
No, my lady. The Aegis was forged to counter the power of the Titans. It can only protect you from them and return what they took away.
So it's another piece of useless junk? You could have told us that earlier.
Let's do this. What Titans took, I will return. Be whole again.
Rejoice, brothers! We are whole again! We are grateful, stranger. The gate is open. Now you only have to give us the relic, and you can be on your merry way.
Wait, that was not the deal.
The deal? We told you where to find the relic. You found it, gave us back our bodies, and we opened the gate for you. That was the deal. This is the realm of the fallen Titans. We need this relic to continue on our journey.
There is no honor among the fallen. Is that it? But there is one slight flaw in your plan. I have the Aegis, and I won't give it to you.
Shouldn't be a hindrance. Now that we are in our bodies again, we are fairly capable of tearing you apart.
Your Chimera has returned from a successful hunt. Return to the lair to receive the spoils of the hunt.
And there was a time when I thought that Nightmare Hollow was a bleak place.
Our goal is simple. We go to the tower and find the gate that leads to that void cathedral.
Trapped in a rotting body. I can't bear the stench of immortality anymore.
Let me peel away your rotting prison then.
The cult of the massive attack. The city apart. We must flare.
My cousin is a jailer now in an evil mastermind's dungeon. Or so I heard.
Stop there, gallant knight. My name is Lord Nihelm, Supreme Commander of the Steel Legion. I'm on a sacred quest to obtain and wield the Reaper Blade of the Titans. Have you seen it?
Sorry. Your legion was crushed more than 400 years ago.
Look, that blade is at least 4 times taller than you.
Nonsense. You will pay dearly for your mockery.
title says, The Real Hell's Kitchen. Recipes and exotic seasonings for Titan meat.
Impressive. But what is this obsession with me? You've already thwarted my plans, destroyed the source of my power. Why do you want to kill an old creature with severe back pain and only a tiny horde of monsters left?
When you betrayed me and threatened my world, you turned me into your nemesis. Obsession is part of that package.
Do I detect some self-loathing? Do you blame yourself for trusting me?
I never trusted you. I knew that you were evil.
Excuse me, and who warned you that he was evil?
Still, I needed your help to defeat a genius with an army of living machines. I hoped that I could stop you before it was too late. I was wrong, and Borgova paid the price.
See, it's all about your self-loathing. Isn't that liberating? Ponder on this while you fight for your life.
I was a feared monster hunter once. Chased the faceless Tsar to the deepest realms. Then I was betrayed, and the Titan Slayer relic was wrenched from my grasp. Now I'm trapped here, mocked for eternity.
There is a Titan Slayer here with me.
It belongs to me. Mine. All mine.
Can I buy some candy too? I'm back. Missed me?
you just give up? It shouldn't end like this. This is your last chance to turn back.
Did you hear that? Bargaining, the last stage of arch-villain breakdown.
Enough of this, Van Helsing. You win. Yes, you win. But you'll never take me alive. Never.
That was disappointing. I was expecting a more grandiose clash of titans.
Our wretched prey knows that he doesn't have a chance. We have cornered him in his hiding hole. Let's follow him through the gate and end this.
I'm glad you could make it back, Van Helsing. We have a hefty decision to make.
What is it, Commander?
It is a well-kept secret that shortly before his fall, Professor Fulmagati almost finished his most diabolical invention, the Chaos Engine. It would have been a machine capable of destabilizing the barrier between the Ink and our world.
I am aware. What of it?
The unfinished prototype was destroyed during the Revolution, and we thought we'd seen the last of it. Until now, the Cult of Seven have somehow rebuilt the machine, and they're using it to accelerate the changes happening all over Borgova. If we're still to have a city by the time you defeat the Faceless Tsar, our forces must take it down. That means sending our elite teams on 2 extremely dangerous missions. I thought you might want to make this decision yourself.
You're right. That's a decision I must handle myself. I'll choose the captains.
My soldier, a genius, and a diplomat. That's me, yes.
The records we obtained in the testing facility are all about the birth of weird science. How could it not be interesting? I have a new entry in the Promethean dossier, by the way.
Don't mind me talking.
I'll have some interesting details to share. Take a look at the Promethean dossier when you have the time. I'm simply stunned by the discoveries we've just made. If you have some spare time, skim through my notes in the Promethean dossier.
Borgovia is built upon the undead. A book is a fragile creature, isn't that so?
I've heard you have a new nemesis. Isn't it great?
I'm glad to see you again, Van Helsing.
That will teach them a lesson.
What do you want me to forge for you?
What if we put a valve in?
When this is over, I want to open my own shop.
I have some new designs in the works, but they're not ready yet.
Do you need anything? Just ask me.
I only want to cuddle.
We have everything under control, sir.
Is this the hiding hole where we have cornered our wretched prey? Just to make sure we are in the right place.
I meant that metaphorically, Katerina. Whatever this creature has become, this will be the end of him.
Good, good. You had me a bit worried there for a second, with this eerie chamber beyond time and the dragon and all.
That's the least you could do. Professional courtesy and all.
But we had that covered at the tower. Now you only have to die.
I'm glad to hear that.
I used to be Koshai the Deathless, the Faceless Tsar, the immortal monarch of Borgovia. I ruled this land for centuries.
And you would have got away with it if it weren't for those meddling monster hunters.
Trust me, it won't happen again. You are relentless, just like your father. I give you that. I should have stopped him when he realized that the vampire princes were not his true enemies.
But he found your death tucked away safely, deprived you of your power.
And what an incredible source of power. If only you knew what you destroyed in your ignorance. And you'll pay for this.
Your Chimera has returned from a successful hunt. Return to the lair to receive the spoils of the hunt.
Are you afraid of me, creature? You'll regret that my father didn't destroy you decades ago.
Oh, but he thought he had.
So you became prisoner 7.
They cut me open, took my wings and teeth, skinned me and bled me. From my bones and my blood they created impossible creatures. They powered their first machines with my magic.
A whole city crafted from the living corpse of a fallen god. That explains a lot.
Great. He has started his grand speech. Keep him talking, Van Helsing.
Do you have any idea, Van Helsing, how it feels to become a shadow of your former self? A wretched shell, used for experiments.
If you're counting on my sympathy, it's too late for that.
You have ruined my transformation. Imagine what I could have been if you hadn't destroyed my death.
Let's see what happens if I take away everything.
I can't believe it! We did it, Van Helsing. Koshai, the Deathless is, well, dead.
Thank you, Katerina. Thank you very much for everything.
Wait, why are you so serious? You are acting strange.
It is time to set you free from your arcane bonds. You've earned this. I hereby release you from the services of the Van Helsing family.
Great. It was about time.
Well, yes. It's just... never mind.
Oh, did you expect a teary-eyed, grateful speech? You should know me better, Van Helsing. I've earned this indeed. I am free! At last!
That's it then? We part our ways.
Are you insane? Absolutely not. I'll stay with you.
Beg your pardon?
You won't get rid of me that easily. What if I want to be your companion? It's been an interesting life so far.
I'm glad. I really am.
And you can't order me to stay away. That's the beauty of it.
I might have second thoughts about this, you know.
Don't be silly, Van Helsing. Let's go. You don't want to miss all the other adventures the world can offer you, right?
I came to Borgovia to free this land from evil. And I kept my promise. I defeated a mad scientist, fought a military genius and put a stop to Cochet's grand plan. Still, these villains caused too much destruction and pain. I saved Borgovia, but it has become a ruined city, where the ink is spilling free, twisting reality, and opening gates to the other world. However, it is also a new beginning. We can rebuild Borgova into a new metropolis, where mythical creatures and ordinary people can live among the marvels of weird science. One thing is for sure, my adventure ends here, and whatever follows, it will be another story.
Chimera has returned from a successful hunt. Return to the lair to receive the spoils of the hunt.
I miss the old.
I'm ready, Van Helsing. What do you need?